Hi, everybody. It is Thursday, October 30th, Halloween tomorrow. One of the drags about where I live is there's really not, on the street I'm on, uh, there's really hardly any trick-or-treaters, so we've kind of gave up years ago on it. But a block over, it's a really compact neighborhood with a lot of younger kids over there. And so it's always fun just to go over and watch, see all the costumes and all the excitement and stuff that they have. To me, there was always nothing more thrilling about Halloween than a young family coming to the door and they've got like a 1 year old dressed as a bumblebee or something like that. And it's really great. So we're almost there. Spent the last few days at East West Studios working on a wonderful album project, which I'll talk about when it's finished and maybe put up here. But really, really cool. And I got to spend these days with the great Vinnie Colaiuta. And we were in the same room where the last time we worked together was doing Larry Basilio's album in Studio 2 over there. And it was really cool. On Tuesday when we started, I went into the other room and Stephen Stills was in there working. So I got to spend a little time hanging with Stephen, who I've known forever and worked with, and which kind of brought me to this thing I'm going to do today for you. I'm going to do a little music here. I've had a great relationship with David Crosby, with Graham Nash, with Crosby Nash, with Crosby, Stills and Nash, with Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young over the years. I met David the very first time briefly at a place called Devonshire Downs in the San Fernando Valley, many, 1968. And I was standing on, it was a place where they had, like, it was a multi-functional complex, and they were having a concert there. And I was standing on the side of the stage, not on stage, but, towards the side, watching Jimi Hendrix play. And I looked next to me and there was David Crosby, and we kind of talked a little bit. And then a couple of years later was when we really we hooked up and we started working together and got to do like the first, it was down as Nash Crosby album. I think in 72 we did that with Wind on the Water and all those great tracks. But back in 2004, I don't know if I've talked about this album before. It gets hard to follow through on some of these, but if not, if I did it before, well, it's worth a revisit. But in 2004, we did an album called Crosby Nash with David Crosby and Graham Nash. And it's a beautiful album. And the fun part of this was there's a place out here in the San Fernando Valley called Center Staging, where the sites where we rehearse for like the Grammy pre-show. I've been there, done tons and tons of rehearsals there. But what they did was they ended up basically renting one of the rooms for about a month. And they set it up like a huge living room with couches and rugs and lamps and everything to got it really comfortable in there. And that's where we cut the album. Nathaniel Kunkel engineered it. Russ Kunkel's son, Nate's a great engineer. And he dialed the room all in and set it all up and had basically his control room was in the room. Everything was there. And it was just a beautiful experience. I'm going to give you a list of all the credits on this one. It's not a lot, but it's deep. It's myself on bass. Drums and percussion are Russ Kunkel. Keyboards on this are James Raymond, who was David Crosby's son. Let's see, guitars on this are Dean Parks and Jeff Pivar, along with David and Graham playing along with things. Let's see, vocals and acoustic guitar, David Crosby, vocals, acoustic guitar, harmonic and electric piano, Graham Nash. I'm reading through this. It was mastered by Doug Sachs and Robert Hadley, produced by David Crosby, Graham Nash, Nate Kunkel, and Russ Kunkel, recorded by Nate. Okay, I'm trying to see if there's any others here. Assistant engineers are this Christine Saros, Kevin Plessner, and Seth Waldman. John Hurst, So it was a really wonderful experience doing this like that. Just having this room set up to be just a like a big living room for us to record in, and we had a ball with it. It was there that I discovered the Yamaha sub kick for my bass rig. There's a lot of drummers use them where they set up like a little Yamaha NS10 speaker in front of the kick drum, and it becomes like a microphone. And we were on a break, and I looked at Nathaniel, and Russ had one set up in front of his kit. And I looked at Nate. I said, I wonder what that'll sound like on a bass rig. And so we pulled it out, and we set it up in front of my EA combo cabinet. And I started playing, and I looked over at Nate, and Nate just went. And when I was out with Phil Collins, and I think I did some of it with Toto, I used the Yamaha sub kick instead of a microphone in front of my. I would mix DI and the Yamaha sub kick, and it was really amazing, really a fabulous piece of addition to things. But when you're in the studio like that, you can kind of just take your time and goof around with stuff and experiment rather than sitting there looking at the clock and there's another band coming in here at 6 o'clock, we got to get finished kind of thing. I mean, we were just there. So I'm going to play a few tracks from this one because it's a beautiful, beautiful album, again from 2004, and it's called Crosby Nash. And the first one I'll play is called Lay Me Down, and it was written by James Raymond. So here we go. Let me get this one. It's a gorgeous tune. Here we go.
Driving out through the windmills, and some of them were still. Sometimes it's hard to catch the wind and bend it to your will. Even though it's hard to know just how the story ends, the road is long and it takes its time. On that you can depend. Lay me down in the river and wash this place away. Break me down like sand from a stone. Maybe I'll be whole again one day. Lay me down, lay me down. Maybe I'll be whole again. Lay me down, lay me down. Maybe I'll be whole again. Somewhere between heaven and hell, a soul knows where it's been. I want to feel my spirit lifted up and catch my breath again. Lay me down in the river and wash this place away. Break me down like sand from a stone. Maybe I'll be whole again one day. Lay me down, lay me down. Maybe I'll be whole again. Lay me down, lay me down. Maybe I'll be whole again. Lay me down,
God, I miss David. It's such a great voice, and he and Graham together are just like the perfect combination. And I'm thrilled to see Graham's over touring a lot, and he's been out on the road with Peter Asher with him, and it's really got to be a great show. But boy, I miss David. It was weird, just seeing Steven the other day, and we just kind of looked at each other, and there's like something missing, and it's David in here. So let's do another one here. Let me just go through and just give credits. Here's another James Raymond song called Puppeteer. I haven't heard these since we did them, so here we go, Puppeteer.
Look up, my friend.
Graham.
See how the story ends. There's nowhere to run to, and nothing to stop you, and no one to hold you down. Look up, my friend. Means justify the end. There's nothing below you when the world falls away. Pull over to the shoulder. I've got something to say to you. It's not so elusive, this golden frontier. Pull the strings, puppeteer. Sometimes you get marooned with salt in every wound. You watch as your own hands reach for the nightstand, for something to bring you down. Look up, my friend. The dead will soon ascend, but everyone's even when the light fades away. Pull over to the shoulder. I've got something to say to you. It's not so elusive, this golden frontier. Pull over to the shoulder. I've got something to say to you. This world can get colder this time of the year, and love can disappear. Run you through like a spear. Pull the strings, puppeteer.
So we have David Crosby here, James Raymond, and Jeff Pevar on this project. Well, and they had their own group called CPR, which was Crosby, Pevar, and Raymond. and loved working on their stuff. They're really just so much talent in all those guys. It's just crazy. I'll do one more here, and then I got to get running because I have to get to work. Here's one written by David Crosby and Dean Parks called Through Here Quite Often. So let me play this one, and then I'm going to get running here.
Come through here quite often, and I think about you. I come through here quite often, and I wonder what you do. A wrong turn at the corner, I could say I got lost. A confusion of memories where two streets crossed. The vision I remember is eyes through the steam, coming off the coffee and rising off the cream. And I don't even know you, and I don't mean to stare, but I know what you're thinking. I can see that you dare to care about people and look into their lives as you hand them a spoon, as you polish the knives. You reach out and touch one every once in a while, with offhanded wisdom or a lopsided smile. Now they say don't talk to strangers. I say why the hell not? If you don't talk to strangers, tell me what have you got? A world without wisdom, a life without laughs, a season of loneliness, and friendships in halves. Do you care about strangers and look into their lives, their sons and their daughters, their husbands and wives? So I come here for coffee. I watch your face to see secret kindness and watch quiet grace.
And just the moods. David's stuff was always just this really ethereal, very moody. So I got to get to work. So I'm going to get going. I will see you all tomorrow. I might continue on this one tomorrow. I'm really loving hearing these songs again. So take good care. Have a great day, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye-bye.